these are the type of volcanic eruptions. Actually, they are interrelated to each other, but tephra is it's actually proclastic materials which are from ashes to volcanic bombs, which can be as large as, like, I can wide my hands, so that much. And proclastic flow, it is actually it's a gaseous material which is a combination of gas and ash, and it flows, normally flows from mountain like a landslide, and its speed can be up to 700 miles per hour, and it destroys everything, and it's like melting plastic. So you have, I'm sure that most of you know what happens if you touch like melting plastic. It has same kind of thing, so it burn your houses, your skin within seconds, so nobody can live in this. Okay, then lava. Lava is kind of magma, which is the fourth type of matter, and it's neither solid nor liquid, it's something in between that. And it can be as warm as up to few thousand degrees. Laharas, these are, it's actually proclastic flow plus water, and it's like a flood, and its speed can go up to 100 miles per hour, and it acts as tsunami. It destroys everything which comes in its way. Normally it happens on glaciers, because when volcanic eruption happens, the glacier melt, and the both things get to proclastic material and water get together, and they make disaster. And the plume is, I don't know, so is it plume?
Yeah, plume.
Plume, yeah, okay. Plume is actually gases. Because if you see some volcanoes, what happened in mega volcanoes, they erupt huge amount of gas straight towards this atmosphere of Earth. This is known as plume. And people think among all of them, this is the least harmful plume, but actually it's the most harmful one. I'll explain it later. Okay, then volcanic eruption, how it's affecting global warming. Think of Earth like what is Earth? It's a ball, and there's another ball around it, which is surface, which is atmosphere. And in this atmosphere and Earth, there's this linear formation of temperature. Like temperature decreases or rises in a linear way. What happens whenever volcanic eruption, for example, it happens more rapidly, it adds more temperature to the atmosphere of Earth, which acts as same as carbon dioxide or greenhouse effect and everything. And its indirect effect is, as we can see nowadays, it's a big issue that ozone layer is reducing, and because of that you can see skin cancer and so many other, and a big example of that is in Australia, as all of you know. Oh, okay. I'm really sure that you people will be kind of bored with this. So, okay, a friend of mine was saying, what is this? Are you kid? Why are you putting this picture in this? Okay, actually what happened, there was a kid. He think about food. He always eat food. He read about food. He dream about food. There's nothing else he think about. So his parents got worried. They said that if they talked to each other, they said if he keep doing that, he'll be like a baby elephant someday. So what they did, they went to the best specialist in the city, and they talked to the specialist about the issue. And specialist said, "Oh, I'm aware. I have solved such cases many times, and there's a very simple and only solution to this problem. Give this boy something else which is interesting, so that he stopped thinking about food." And he said, "I'm going to prove you with a very perfect example." he went to the boy. He said, "Son, tell me, what do you know about the weight of human heart?" The boy said, "Sir, I read in a book that most doctors believe a healthy person should eat apples at least same amount, same quantity as the weight of that normal person's heart." The doctor got shocked. He said, like, "Okay, I wasn't putting much attention to this." Okay, he then went to the parent. He said, "Now I'm going to ask him a question, and I'm 100% sure he cannot relate it with the food." And he went to the boy and he said, "Child, tell me, what do you know about volcanic eruption?" And the boy was thinking, and the doctor looked at parents and he smiled. He knew that he cannot relate it to the food. The boy think and he said, "Sir, you know, even a small volcano has so much heat energy in it. When volcano eruption has so much heat energy in it that you can cook more than 1 million chicken on it." And then the doctor, his mouth fell open and he wrote 2 words on a paper and gave it to parents. What can anybody tell me? What were those 2 words?
No, he was not there.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. What do you think? Volcanic eruption, is it beauty or the beast? Or both? What do you think? Can anybody tell me?
I would say beast.
Beast, okay. Anybody else?
So beauty and these both things. Both things.
Okay, let's see. Beast. How a single volcano can destroy complete mankind. Okay, there's a special kind of volcano which is known as mega volcano. It happens at on average every 10,000 years once. What happens that inside Earth, when magma gets so rapidly warm and it cannot come out, so it starts gathering force, and one day it erupts with a very big, huge force. And when this kind of volcano erupts, it releases plume into air, not like, well, how, it's strange, it's at least few million tons of plume every single day. And it can keep on going like this for months. What happens if scientists believe it happens, if it happens, it will cover the whole Earth as a ball of dust. And nobody on Earth can see sun for at least 1 year. What will happen with this? All the clean water on Earth will be dirty, and it will be like poisonous water. The crops will be destroyed, and it will directly affect the food chain. At the beginning it will affect plant, then small animals, which will gradually affect those who are at the top of that food chain, which are human. And then, along with this, as this is not enough, what will happen, when this plume goes to the atmosphere, after some time the dust fell away, fell to the ground, but this one thing we call sulfur, it remains there. Sulfur creates a chemical process, and it acts as a resistance towards the sun rays, and it will cause, and it will trap heat to the atmosphere of Earth, and heat won't get to the ground. This is called as volcanic winter, and the temperature of whole Earth will reduce so much that nothing can live on it. So this is how it's a living hell on Earth, that it can kill every single living thing on Earth. Beauty, okay. How is beauty? I'm sure most of you don't know. Okay, first, the relation between Earth and Sun. You know why the inner Earth is still warm? Why it's not getting cool. Actually, it's getting more and more warmer every year because sun is pulling Earth towards it, and Earth's trying to resist that. And this gravitational pull and push is making so much energy inside the core of Earth that is still warm. Along with this, the sun's radiations are acting into the core as a microwave. As you put food in microwave, it's not affecting your plastic material, but it's affecting the food. Same thing happening with the core. And what is happening? This process is not linear. That's very very important point. What is happening? Sometimes sun heats is up a bit more, sometimes a bit less. It's not like constant as it should be. So in this case, I'm going to explain this with a very simple example which will help you to understand this. Think of a balloon. You have a balloon and you have a pump, and what you do, you start pumping the balloon. It will, like for example, this way, and you stop it for a time, and then again start pumping it. It will be this way, and there will be a time if you pump it more, it will like explode. Or either, if at that point, if you put even a single hole with the help of needle, it will explode. Why this thing happen? Because balloon has linear and same strength material all around it. It has no weak points. Now think of another balloon. You make like some tiny holes in it, and now you try to pump air in it. It will be like this, but you stop, it will be back. You again pump it, and you're back. Same thing happening on Earth. When our sun heats it up a bit more, so instead of like blowing the Earth away, the Earth magma try to find the weak point so that it can go back to its stable position, which are known as volcanoes. And that's why some scientists believe that volcanoes' advantages are much more than their disadvantages. So that's why they are both beauty and the waste. And another advantage you don't know, what happened when Earth was created, the heavy metals were only in the inner core, and the light materials were on the outer shell. If there are no volcanoes, those heavy metals cannot come to the surface.